All right, thank you for staying with Daybreak. We're taking a pulse across the country of how people are surviving the COVID-19. This is after a report by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics shows that 3 out of 10 Kenyans were unable to pay their rent in April. And out of that, another 59% or so were able to pay on time. It's been a tough time for them. And now we have another loan coming through of about 106 billion shillings. Where should the priority areas be? So before we talk to the PS Treasury, let's cross over to John Wanyama, who's joining us live from Eldoret with people there just to speak about the experience. John, over to you.
Thank you, Trevor, and a very good morning. In Eldoret, life is becoming unbearable, and indeed, as we have been just doing crisscrossing around Eldoret, we have really realized that most of businesses are still closed, especially hotel businesses that are not operating. And just like 2 days ago, Uasin Gishu County issued another notice that all eateries and restaurants should remain closed until their employees are tested. And also other businesses, Trevor, they are really suffering up to now. Last week, this week, we saw another family, 2 families in Mwanzo who were really struggling to pay rent, and the owner of the houses was really demanding that they move out. And we saw him also cutting off electricity, water, and also dismantling the toilets, the inside toilets, so that they cannot be able to operate those houses. But today, I'm privileged to have a group of people. We have a businessman here, Peter, and we have hotel people who are really suffering today, and we have a farmer here. Maybe if we can start with you, Peter. A very good morning, Peter. And how is the situation with your business of maybe baking cakes, and now this is the time you should be selling cakes? What is the situation? Have you fired some people, or have you sent them on unpaid leave? Please paint a picture for us.
Okay, as you have heard, my name is Peter. Mimi ni mambo yangu ni kubeki keki, na mwezi wa 4 wanga tunafanya mambo mengi ya harusi, keki za harusi, keki za birthday, lakini mambo yetu ilitupiliwa mbali ya kutofanya keki za harusi. Na kwa kawaida na kuanga na wafanyikazi karibu 20, na kwa sasa nimefukuza wengine karibu 18, nimebaki na watu 2. Sasa swali ambayo nauliza kwa serikali, au watu 18 watasaidikaje? Sababu sasa hawana kazi. Na pia naomba serikali pia kama inaweza rudisha mambo irudi kawaida, turuhusiwe tuendelee na biashara na tufuate zile sheria wameweka, ndo tusikue na a lot of unemployment to our country. Yeah.
Now, Peter, you being just a young business person who had started just recently, are really people buying cakes? Are they prioritizing to buy cakes now, or they are buying food? Are you encountering any loss as per now?
Okay, it is true. Niko na a lot of losses. Like mwezi wa 4 nilikuwa nimenunua vitu mingi za kufanya keki za harusi, unga, kwa size imeharibika. Na pia kwa hizi miezi 2-3 tumekuwa nayo ya corona, watu sasa wanunui keki. Mtu anaprefer kununua chakula kuliko keki. So for us is a big challenge as a youth, and also at the same time about the rent. Hatuna hata pesa ya kulipa rent. The landlord anakuja anakuambia anataka pesa ya rent, na wewe hujafanya biashara yoyote. Pia kwa nyumba hivyo hakuna biashara, hakuna pesa ya kulipa rent. Pia nauliza pia serikali pia iangalie watu kama wale hawkers, mama mboga, watu wote wataenda wapi, na wanahitaji pia kulipa rent, wataishi vipi?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter. That's Peter, who is running a small business here for the cake. Let's talk to those people operating hotels here. Thank you very much, sir, for finding time to talk to us, and maybe the challenges you are going through as hoteliers. What is it? And when have you planned to open? Have you talked to the county, Uasin Gishu County government on plans on how to open?
Hoteliers really have really been badly hit with this COVID-19 pandemic, and especially remember that hotel industry employs many workers, and especially the youths. And because of this coronavirus pandemic, many of them have lost their jobs. We have those that have not been paid their salaries since March, and remember, these are breadwinners, and now they cannot continue with their normal life. They cannot pay their rent because of this problem. And we have others who are actually, they have gone for unpaid leave for a definite time. And so we are saying as an association that our staff and our employees have really suffered because of this. And we are asking the government really to look into us, just like other cadres. They have cushioned them and they have brought support to them. Let them also remember the hoteliers, because they have really suffered because of this COVID-19.
Any hospital that have already started testing people, especially your employees, for COVID-19 in Uasin Gishu, and how much are they requesting from you?
We were given the directive that we are supposed to test at MTRH, which is our facility here, but now it is not testing because the CS for tourism gave a directive that we are supposed to test with 1,000 Kenyan shillings. But now the only facility that is testing for COVID-19 is Lancet, and it's testing with 8,500 Kenyan shillings for a single test. And you know that the directive also said that we're supposed to retest. That means in a month, a staff needs to use around 17,000 Kenyan shillings just for testing. And we believe that is too much or too high for the staff to afford. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Trevor, let me talk to one manager here. This is Sirikwa Hotel where we are today. And they are saying, Trevor, that like this particular hotel, if my cameraman can show you, they have a big space. This is around 2 acres of land. And they are saying if they allowed that the people who have a position, maybe, and like any other hotels around, they can put and ensure that there's that space between or social distances, especially for customers, unlike in matatus where people are sitting together and they are not even tested. Joyce, thank you for joining us. And maybe, have you gone, what losses are you encountering as per now? And maybe any plan, any hopes of you opening?
Thank you, Wanyama. We have a lot of losses in terms of when the directive came that we will be able to open, we went ahead and tried to purchase some items to be able to start serving guests, but in that period we got another directive also 2 days ago that we should close. So it is a really big waste, and the operating costs of such a big hotel is too much. So we really would employ the government to be able to ensure that we open up, because we are incurring a lot of costs in bills, maintenance of the place. It is really tough on us. Yes.
And Joyce, the county government issued a directive that all hotels and restaurants, eateries should remain closed until maybe you test your employees. Have you started testing them?
We have not started testing because at the moment we are having trouble locating where to test our staff, because the directive of the CEC was that we test with 1,000 Kenyan shillings. But it is not available anywhere in Uasin Gishu. We've gone round to all the hospitals, we've gone to MTRH, we've gone to all the government hospitals to be able to ensure that we can be able to be tested at 1,000 shillings. But that has not been viable. The only place that is testing is Lancet, and Lancet tests with 8,500. So if you have about 100 employees, how will you be able to cater for this cost? It is very unreasonable. So for us, we are really pleading with the government. We are saying, help us to open our hotels, because it is an economic booster in this government. Now the government is really losing revenue in terms of taxes. Yes, we must tax return, because we are not having anything. We are not earning anything. So we would really employ the government that we can open and be able to follow all the guidelines and all the measures that they have given us. We can be able to follow, because we have this vast space. Just as the cameraman has shown, we have vast space. We can do social distance everywhere and be able to cushion and ensure that we do not spread coronavirus. Okay.